All right. What's up? What's good? What's going on? Welcome to the War Zone once again. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the UFC threatening to sue Francis Ngannou. And we're also going to talk a little bit about what John Jones had to say about this past heavyweight championship bout between Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane, where Francis Ngannou successfully retained his UFC heavyweight title. But we're going to talk a little bit about the controversy that ensued after this fight was over. So, according to sources, the UFC threatened to sue Francis Ngannou's agent, Markel Martin, just hours before Ngannou was set to compete in his title fight Saturday night. So these is according to Ngannou said on the MMA Hour. Ngannou said he was getting depressed in preparation to go into the Honda Center in Anaheim, California on Saturday when his agent told him that the UFC sent Martin an email threatening to sue him. The UFC's allegation in the email, Ngannou said, was that Martin discussed Ngannou competing in a boxing match with Nakisa Badarian, the business partner of Jake Paul, while under UFC contract. So, a source with the knowledge of the situation confirmed with ESPN the timing and the contents of the email. So we know that Markel Martin is an agent with Creative Artists Agency. So Ngannou goes on to say, I walked into the room waiting for my manager, my coach, on the MMA Hour, and they were like, wow. I'm like, what's going on? They told me they just received an email from the UFC saying they were going to sue Martin for talking with this guy, Nakisa. He said, yeah. I'm like, who is Nakisa? And Ngannou goes on to say, I wouldn't recognize him if you put him in front of me. Wow, people, this is real serious. So we all know the UFC and Ngannou have been at odds over Ngannou's contract for months. Had Ngannou lost, his contract would have expired and he would have been a free agent. But because he won and retained his heavyweight title, the promoter's champions clause kicks in, meaning Ngannou remains under contract for one more year or 3 fights, whichever comes earlier. Ngannou has said that he is willing to hold out for an entire year rather than compete again on his contract. So he says his contract only pays him $600,000 per fight. That's the root of the issue that he has with the UFC. He says it's not completely financial. He said he turned down $7 million over the past 2 fights because accepting that deal would have meant taking on more fights to his contract, which he was not willing to do under the circumstances. Wow, man, we're seeing a pattern here, people. So Ngannou said he would like to stay with the UFC, but also compete in boxing while doing so, something the promotion has never let its athletes do. Ngannou said it's a question of freedom as an independent contractor, which UFC fighters are legally classified as. The term of the contract, everything that they put into it, they hold you like in captivity, Ngannou said. You can't do anything. You have no rights. The contract is one-sided. You don't even have health insurance, while you're doing this. Putting your body on the line to put on the show, risking everything. So here's news to me, people. Ngannou came into the Gane fight with a torn right MCL and a damaged ACL. He's likely going to have surgery, and he's looking at extended time off. But Ngannou said he still would like to fight again this year, despite the injury and contract situation. Again, Ngannou said he didn't gain any more clarity after beating Gon. No one from the UFC has approached him or Martin to discuss a new contract. It doesn't look like they want to talk to me anymore. Now, if you all noticed, if you watched that fight, man, Dana White never showed up to the ring to place the belt around Ngannou's waist. I've never seen Dana White do that. And he never showed up to the post-fight press conference. Wow, so this is just crazy. So we can see that it ain't all gravy over there, man. People got to realize with these contracts that they're signing, man, if you're not proven, you're just going to sign it anyway. But once you're proven, man, there's no wiggle room to renegotiate a contract, unless you're worth it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is Ngannou's first title defense. So at this point, man, he's kind of in a bad position. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about Jon Jones, man. After the fight, Jon Jones takes to Twitter, man, and he says, after watching this fight, he says, at the end of the day, I'm effing both of them up, meaning Ngannou and Cyril Gane. You know what? I was so surprised by how the dominant performance put on by Ngannou, and here it is. This guy is fighting injured, needing surgery on his knee, and if you see, he came in with a sleeve over his knee, and Cyril Gane just coming in and getting dominated, man. And grappling wise, and the first thing I said to myself, I said, Jon Jones gonna have a field day with either one of these guys, man, because Jon Jones will truly outstrike Ngannou with no problem, and Jon Jones is just smart enough not to get caught in a firefight with him, and he is not going to out wrestle Jon Jones. Cyril Gane just showed that wow, man, I mean, it was just terrible performance by him, terrible performance. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on these things, man, and like I said, Jon Jones, man, he was licking his chops, man, after watching this heavyweight fight, man, and who wouldn't be? I'm thinking of a few other heavyweights, man, who could possibly win this championship, man. When I'm looking at up and comers, I know this guy's not a great striker, but wrestling wise, Romanov, we've got Curtis Blades, I believe, can get the job done, man. After what I was so surprised by how the dominant performance put on by Ngannou, and here it is. This guy is fighting injured, needing surgery on his knee, and if you see, he came in with a sleeve over his knee, and Cyril Gane just coming in and getting dominated, man. And grappling wise, and the first thing I said to myself, I said, Jon Jones gonna have a field day with either one of these guys, man, because Jon Jones will truly outstrike Ngannou with no problem, and Jon Jones is just smart enough not to get caught in a firefight with him, and he is not going to out wrestle Jon Jones. Cyril Gane just showed that wow, man, I mean, it was just terrible performance by him, terrible performance. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on these things, man, and like I said, Jon Jones, man, he was licking his chops, man, after watching this heavyweight fight, man, and who wouldn't be? I'm thinking of a few other heavyweights, man, who could possibly win this championship, man. When I'm looking at up and comers, I know this guy's not a great striker, but wrestling wise, Romanov, we've got Curtis Blades, I believe, can get the job done, man. After what I seen this weekend, man, and there's a few others to mention, man. But Jon Jones definitely can get the job done. So I'm telling you, man. If we happen to see that fight come up in the future, I don't see Francis Ngannou being effective against John Jones, especially dealing with the injuries that he's dealing with. But we'll just wait and see. I'm not even sure if that match is going to happen anytime soon. But all I know is that Francis Ngannou, wow, man, I think he should just go ahead and get the surgery, get it over with, and take it from there. But anyway, man, that's all I really got for you, man. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support from everybody, man. Peace and blessings to all. And with that, I'm out.